Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Finally, welcome to today's video. It has been a very long and trying week. For those of you that don't know, I do live in South Texas, San Antonio to be exact. And it has been a very trying week with this winter snowstorm. There's just so much that we can chat about today. So we're just going to throw on some makeup. I have been really wanting to use the new Divine Rose 2 stuff that I purchased. I already owned the main palette, but I did purchase the highlighter and the quad, and I've kind of been wanting to play with them. Been wanting to play with makeup, my happy place for a very long week. So if you're interested in just kind of hanging out with me using these products together and really just chatting about my experience with this insane time, then just keep on watching. Okay, so my foundation really isn't anything new. However, I did pick up the new, I don't know if it's new, the e.l.f. Complexion Duo Brush. I've seen a lot of people use this and really like it. So I have been incredibly curious. And it's funny how when you don't have something like being able to go to the store, you kind of just are so grateful once it's available again. And we literally just like perused Walmart, just walked around and had a grand old time. I was like, I'm going to the makeup. You can find me there. So let's see. Ooh, it's not as stiff as I would like. It does have a lot of like bend. Okay, but we'll see how it does. I mean, I see people really liking it, and it was $8. So, okay, let's talk, you guys. So here's my update. On last week, on Monday, well, Sunday night, technically Monday morning, it was supposed to snow. If you are familiar with South Texas, you know we don't get snow, we get heat. So we're built for heat. I am born and raised Texan, South Texas to be exact. And, you know, I grew up with 100+ temps in the summer, no big deal. So things like snow and extreme cold temperatures are a never kind of thing for us. The hardest freeze we get sometimes in the winter is like a 20-something degree. It really never goes below that, and that's on a cold year. So yeah. So to say that we get this kind of weather often would be no. We never get it. It's like once every, I don't know, once every blue moon. Anyways, never in my lifetime, I'll tell you that. So our power went out at 2 o'clock that morning, and that was, at that point, it was already snowing. And we were like, okay, is it going to come back on? And it came on for a few minutes, 2-3 hours later. And that ended up being what it was for like the next day or so. It would come on for about 5 minutes. We'd get a 5-minute rolling window, rolling blackout, whatever they call them. And it would shut off for anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. Our house was down to about 44 degrees at one point. 46 degrees, sorry. And about a day after that, our pipes froze. And after that, shortly after that, I had neighbors start to tell us that their pipes were breaking. And so, you know, in South Texas, you have to keep in mind that I saw a lot of people being very callous from other states, from colder states. Oh, you know, stop crying. We're in this temperature too, blah, blah, blah. But the thing about it is, if you're in a northern state, y'all are built for that in the sense that your pipes are well insulated. Like, y'all expect those kind of things in those kind of states. So it's not like here we were crying about the snow. Everyone loved the snow. It's all the effects that the snow brought with it that we are not prepared for, that we don't have resources for. So then, to add insult to injury, our power grid is not built for this either. So, I mean, a lot of us were without power for, I think our house was 3 days before it started coming back for like intermittent longer. I think we got 6 hours one day, one day, went back off, and then, you know, about 12 hours after that, came back on for about 3 hours. And so anyways, but full on pretty much out of commission, no heat, no anything, was about 3 days. And then of course, when your neighbors start saying their pipes are breaking, then it's like, okay, well, now we start preparing for the worst in our house. So at one point, my husband, at this point, we moved over to my mother-in-law's house. She never lost power. But we were coming over super often to check on our house. And then at that point, my husband was like, I'm just going to stay at the house because if we have a broken pipe, I want to catch it early on. So that night, he ended up shutting off the main water valve completely in case water, you know, at this point, they were already, I think, shutting down our water supply. But in case it came back on so that the pressure wouldn't break a pipe, he's like, we'll do without, you know? So we didn't end up turning it on from, we didn't end up turning it back on until about 3 days after that. So anyways, yes, being, you know, I mean, you resort to ending up, you know, because at my mother-in-law's, we did end up losing water as well. So you end up collecting snow, letting it melt, you know, and then use that for toilets. I was like on day 5 hair. My hair needed to be washed so badly, but you know, sometimes you just can't. This brush, I think I like it for $8, by the way. Wow. I'm like very impressed with how nicely this just kind of smoothed everything out. Sometimes brushes can be hit or miss because you're like, sponge does a better job, but no, this is really nice. Put on a little bit of powder. I am using the Huda Easy Bake. No surprise there. So, you know, by the last day, next to the last day, I was sleep deprived. I was tired. I was stressed. It was a very trying week, to say the least. I feel like we've always been really grateful for everything we have. I mean, we always try to, my husband and I try to, my parents too, my mother-in-law, we always keep in the forefront of our minds. There are so many people who are so much less fortunate than we. Some people even, you know, in other countries that just don't even have clean water. I mean, so we always try to be so grateful for, you know, what we have, you know, and you never want to, once you're ungrateful, then it's just a recipe for a disaster, honestly. So you always want to keep gratitude in your heart. But I feel like something like this makes it even more real as far as being grateful for what you have, for being able to just hop in the shower and take a nice warm shower, for being able to just turn on your heat, your air, whatever, you know? It really is a blessing, and it's something that you never want to take for granted. You just, you know, it's easy to get caught up in what I don't have and what I want, and I can't get what I want and all that, but really, do you have what you need? And that should be good enough, you know? I mean, anyways. So yeah, it's been a very trying week. My house is not yet clean. The downstairs is, the floors are just covered in, like, they're basically white because of all of the melted snow, the ice, and anyways, but yeah. Let's move on to eyes. Okay guys, so I had to go to church. I was running a little late, so I went eyeshadowless. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to use the e.l.f. putty primer as my, or the eye putty primer, whatever, as my eye base. And then we will move into eyeshadow. So yeah, so now the, I guess now the big thing, word on the street kind of thing, is that our electric bills are going to be very intimidating. Some people already started receiving theirs. It's about $16,000. And that's not even a joke. Yeah, the Texas power grid, we're not used to this, so it's, I don't know. If you live in Texas and you know exactly how this works, then let me know. But it's my understanding we sell energy to other states, but now it was time to buy it back. It came at a pretty cost, but so now everybody's kind of waiting to see what's our electricity bill gonna be like. Even people like me that didn't have power, but it was coming on for like those 5 minutes or whatever. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite interesting. Okay, let's move on. I am going to use, okay, hold on. I've got two. I've got the Divine Rose 2 and I've got the, no, got the little quad. If you are new to these, then if you, I'm pretty sure you're not, but the Divine Rose 2, which I want to use the quad, but I may supplement a little bit. This is the Divine Rose 2. It's the one that had that super intriguing green shift shade where it kind of turns pink and then it turns, I can't get it to turn green, but anyways. So I did pick this up in the first go around, and then I really wanted to get my hands on this little quad. So the Divine Rose 1 never spoke to me, so I don't own that, or I purchased it and then I ended up selling it on Poshmark because I was like, I'm not going to use this. It's so boring. But these are a little bit of a different story. Ooh, so pretty. This is such old news at this point because, you know, everybody's been using theirs and playing with theirs, and here I am like a year later, but that's okay. So yeah, you guys, so I mean, really not much else to tell you except that it's been quite the ordeal. It's been, you know, I mean, again, there's people that are in a worse boat than we are. We at least now have power and water and no broken pipes, so we fared so much better than many others. And, you know, right now we are praying for those people who are going through difficult situations of their own right now. So it's just, again, this is very unlike Texas, South Texas, I should say, because the Dallas-Fort Worth area, like up north Texas, they're more used to seeing snow and temperatures drop and things like that. But once you get into South Texas, we're known for heat. So in the dead of summer, we might have 105, 106, 107 degree days, and it's South Texas. no big thing. Yeah, it's hot, but we just, I guess, you know, when you've grown up in it, you just kind of know what it's like, and that's it. But yeah, it's quite interesting being on the opposite side of that. So that being said, all is well. I appreciate each and every one of you for praying for us, keeping us in mind, and checking on us. It truly, truly means a lot. I'm very grateful. I've told y'all before, I think y'all are just the kindest people. Such a nice thing, you know, it's kind of a birds of a feather thing. Kind people kind of flock together, I guess. And y'all have been so, so kind, and I'm grateful for that. So thank you for your prayers, your thoughts, all of it is so, so appreciated. So I went in, I'm not even telling you what I'm doing. I went in with this shade right here. I love it. This is so, so pretty. I didn't expect any less, quite frankly. This is gonna be super simple. I'm not really going for much today, but it is the first day in a week that I've worn makeup. So it felt so good to go to church with foundation today. I was like, this is what this feels like. I'm gonna go in with a smaller, this is the little Morphe Jaclyn Hill, whatever. I'm gonna go in with this deeper one over here. Oh my word. Okay, so I do have a Marshall's TJ Maxx haul coming, and I don't typically find good high-end makeup, but I found a couple of things that I was really happy about, and I'll have to share those with you here in a couple of days when I do my haul. I always, every single time I go to Home Goods, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, I score stuff every single time. And I'm like, I'm gonna need this to die down. Like, I'm gonna need them to not get good inventory for a little bit because I find stuff every single time. So now I'm gonna go in with that same shade and this blending brush. If I start talking a little less, I'm a little talked out. I'm very tired. I don't feel like I've fully caught up on sleep and rest. We're getting there, but I am quite tired. So this is definitely not gonna be my all out kind of look, but I am so grateful to be back playing with makeup. I can't even tell you guys. So as per usual, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Fenty Pro Filter Eye Primer and just sweep some of this on my lid where I'm gonna put that more metallic shade. Okay, now for the shade I've most been looking for. Ooh, these mattes are so powdery, by the way. But I'm gonna go in with this one. I'm so excited about this. This has been, wow, so pretty. It's funny how much you look forward to the exciting things in life. This, oh my gosh. This quad is worth it for this one shade. I'm not kidding. And I'm the one that will buy a palette for one shade, but I'm not being any kind of dramatic when I say this is beautiful. Wow. Okay, now with a brush, I'm gonna go into the little areas that I can't get with my finger and just lay a little bit more of that down. I'm absolutely stunned by this shade. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right now. I put some Fenty Pro Filter eye primer on the corners of my eyes real quick, and now I'm just gonna, oh wow, that is pretty. I love this little quad. This is perfect. This little quad and then Divine Rose 2 were absolutely beautiful. So, lower lash line, let's go ahead and do the pretty pink. I don't care if I look sick. I love pink and red all over my eye. So let's go ahead and go in with the Dior blush, the Backstage blush in 001 Pink, and just a little blush brush. Let's keep in with the pink theme. Just gonna place some of this down. And I am literally, now that I'm back home from church, I am literally putting on makeup to clean house because the downstairs, the floors, obviously with all the snow and ice and, you know, we weren't gonna clean during all of this. So I've got quite the cleaning job ahead of me. Now we're gonna use this highlighter, which I am so excited to use. I actually very much liked the one from Holiday. I don't know, I mean, it was pretty, but I am hoping I like this one even more. It looks absolutely beautiful. I have swatched it. Oh gosh, so pretty. Let's take a Real Techniques brush. And I'm going in pretty like heavy-handed. Ready for this? Oh wow, so pretty. Let's see, let's go in with a little bit more. Let's layer a little bit because it's not super blinding. Gosh, but it's such a pretty tone. It's like a rose tone, which I don't usually go for like pink highlight, but it's got a heavy gold shift and not in a bad way. I'm also not a huge fan of very gold shift, hence the ABHIC or Iced Out. I was not a fan. This is very pretty. Just so you can see, like, it's very lovely. But it does take a couple of layers to really build up. Oof, I see my pores. That's okay. Okay. Wow. Beautiful. I love this. I really do. Very happy with this collection. I passed on the lipsticks because, I don't know, a lot of people were saying that that formula can be very drying. And so I bought the highlight off the Pat McGrath website, and the quad I waited until it came to Sephora's website just because I really wanted a little more of a lax return policy, but wow, that is nice. Okay, let's go ahead and go in with lip and we will be done. We're gonna keep it super monochromatic. I'm gonna go in with the Milani Understatement lip liner. I've used the nude one and these are absolutely beautiful. I recently picked these up after I had done my drugstore haul, I think. And so I have absolutely been loving these. They're like $6.50, but they are so nice. They're very creamy. Oh, there's a lint. They're retractable. So let's see what this one looks like. Wow. These are absolutely stunning. I liked the nude very much, and I was like, we'll wait to see about this. And oh my goodness, I feel like I need to catch them all, if you know what I mean. So, oh my goodness, that is so, so pretty. All right, guys, well, this is the finished look. Again, just kind of, I feel like I was so spazzy today. I'm all talked out. I'm tired, but again, thank you to each and every one of you for your kind thoughts, your prayers. So, so appreciated. We are happy to put this week behind us, and you know, we continue to pray for the people who are significantly more impacted than we are. And then, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't happen for another 100 years here in South Texas. But before I let you go, guys, I want to give you a very quick verse of the day. So, my friends, today's comes from Isaiah 26:3. It says, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." I just want to encourage you, if you are in Texas and you have been impacted by this winter storm, I will be praying for you. It is my prayer that things get back to normal for you soon. My prayer is that this would allow you to find peace in Christ. Sometimes it is during our most difficult situations that we do come to know him and find the ultimate peace that he can give. And I will be completely upfront with you. During this whole ordeal, he was the only thing that kept me, I don't know if grounded is the word, but just kept my focus on him. There were times where I complained. There were times where I found it difficult, but ultimately I knew he had us in the palm of his hand. He was in control. And to him be all the praise for that. So I love each and every one of you. Thanks for just chilling and sitting down with me today and just kind of talking about my past week. But I look forward to being back with more regular videos here soon. Look for a TJ Maxx and Marshall's haul in the next couple of days. And I love you guys. I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.